What do you do when the self-doubt creeps in? I can tell you firsthand from my own experience, last week, I was in a place, I got myself into a place where I just went into an absolute spiral with my own mindset. And I went through a framework, I went through a process to get myself back on top and get myself out of that spiral. But I thought actually it would just make a really great piece of content for you, because sometimes we can be in a great mood and we can be feeling positive and we can be feeling confident about things, we can be feeling strong about things, but then all of a sudden a thought in our mind just takes us out, pulls the rug from underneath us, and we just go into this spiral. And that's what happened for me the other day. And the context, look what happened. So the context was I was feeling great, I was feeling confident, I was feeling good about things, and I was looking at content that I was putting out. Some was ready to be posted and I was watching it, and I was talking about selling and how somebody who's new to business can get better at selling. And suddenly this thought comes into my head. It goes like, who are you to be teaching this stuff, Tom? Like, what gives you the right to teach people about this? And then I feel my shoulders slump and I go, oh, I don't know. And that thought got into my head. It was like a torpedo that went to the center of my mind and completely wiped out the good mood that I was feeling. And my whole body language, my whole energy changed, and I felt my confidence drop, my self-belief went through the floor, my self-esteem dropped. I felt like crap. But it wasn't just for 5 minutes either. The thoughts get more intense. And then for a good 24 hours, I felt like crap. I did not feel good about myself or what I was doing. So then how the hell did I turn it around? Because that's what it's about. It's like, if I can go through these experiences and share value with you so that you can use it in your own life, happy days, right? And what happened is the first thing that I did, when I think about the steps that I took, the very first thing that I did was just wallowed in it and allowed myself to wallow in it. So I just gave myself 24 hours to say, look, I feel like crap. Do you know what? I'll give myself a day and I'm just gonna feel like crap. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna try and resist it. I'm not gonna try and fight it. I'm not gonna try and get over it. I'm just gonna let it happen. That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. And so for 24 hours, I just let myself feel like that. A bit low in energy. Even my fiance, she picked up. She was like, "Oh, are you doing okay?" And I explained to her, I'm gonna go and feel it for a day. I'll just go with it. And I think that's important, because often when we feel like this, we start to feel guilty that we shouldn't feel like it, or we try to fight those feelings. We want to get it solved, and because that's how our mind operates. It wants to solve problems, and we want to get ourselves back on track to where we were feeling good. And I think ultimately, if you can just accept it, actually, you just allow yourself to flow through it. A very good friend of mine sadly broke up with a girlfriend of a long time for his. And he says 3 days, he just allowed him to feel those emotions, and he was able to get through that grief that he was feeling. And if we can just allow ourselves to feel these emotions, we can pass through them and get through them a lot quicker than if we just try and fight and resist it. Then the second thing that I did is just have some fun. So I got hobbies. Like for me, I do miniature wargaming. So I get little models, I paint them up. And I play games with them, essentially. There's no other way that I could put it. But that's a hobby for me. That's something that I enjoy doing with my friends. And so on the day, I just ended up doing that. I went and did that for a day. And it allows me, whatever your hobby is, like that for me is a hobby that allows me just to kind of check out and just kind of not think about and separate myself from what else is happening in my life and how I'm feeling. Because then I can put my mind, I can put my focus, I can put my thoughts into something else. And so if you've got a hobby, if there's something that you enjoy, it could be the gym, it could be gardening, it could be cooking some food, whatever it is for you, whatever you find enjoyable and fun, go and do that when you feel like that. Because it allows you to put your energy into something else. It allows you to quieten your mind, to take your focus away from that and put it into something else. Something else is actually going to put a smile on your face and let you have a bit of fun, let you enjoy life a little bit, and stop you staying in that mood level and staying so stuck, okay? Then the third thing in this framework, in this process to get out of that self-doubt and to get out of that spiral, the third thing I did was remind myself of actually what I have done and what I am able to do. So that thought comes in, like, who am I to teach? What gives me the right to teach people about selling goods, products and services, right? What gives me the right? Well, actually, I look back at everything that I've sold whilst I've been in business, the results that I've helped other people when I'm coaching them and help them to sell and for them to be able to make money. But it's not even just the results of selling, it's the other achievements that I've had in my life. You know, times where, you know, I was struggling to get into university, I was able to do that. Able to climb up Mount Kilimanjaro, able to do that. So take all these challenges and all these hardships and all these times where I've achieved something or I've had a breakthrough or helped somebody else have a breakthrough, and I start remembering those and I start recalling them back, because by being present to who I am, right, I can remember who I truly am. Remember, you are not your thoughts, right? You are not your thoughts. You are merely the person listening to your thoughts. And that was an author, Michael A. Singer, said that. He wrote a book called The Untethered Soul. When I first heard that, that was a big wake-up call for me, because sometimes we think we are our minds, we are our thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You're just the person that listens to your thoughts. You're the person behind those thoughts. And so that thought that came in, that wasn't me. And I just had to remind myself of who I was in that situation and reflect on that, right? So then the fourth thing, the final part of this, I kind of already mentioned it a little bit, touched upon it, is just be present. Because if you're thinking about something in the future or you're thinking about something in the past, you split your attention, you split your power, you split your abilities. And actually what I've found is, for me, if I can just come back to the moment, what's happening for me right now, what's happening right now in this moment, if I can put my attention on that, then instantly I start to feel better. Because those thoughts, the negativity that you have, or thinking about something in the future, or thinking about something in the past, as soon as you do that, you're not present. You're absent. Your mind, and when you're absent, your power goes elsewhere, right? You're not as strong or you're not as capable as you once were. So for me, what helps is being present in the moment, and it will help you too. What's been your favorite part of this video? Let me know in the comments, and go and try that process out for yourself. If it works for you, great, let me know, or create your own process to get yourself out of self-doubt, and type in the comments, like, what's been the learning for you?